Hey guys, today's video we are going to do a 24-hour readathon. So come join me in the fun of reading for 24 hours and see how many books I can get done. So let's go. So I'm starting my first book. I'm actually a little over halfway through my arc for this month, and it is called Sinners of Sigma, and it's the first book in the series, and it's called Caged. It's by Summer Roberts, and I'm hopefully going to finish it. I'm 65% of the way through, and we're of course in bed already, so I don't know how long it's gonna last, but of course I am going to prioritize my sleep in this challenge because I am a chronically ill girly, so sleep is important for that. So Pumpkin is here with me already, and we are ready to start this challenge, so let's go. Alright, I'm 1 hour in, and I'm all the way to 83% done of Sigma, my Kindle book. It is very good. It's starting to get towards like the climax and where it like heats up. So very, very good. I don't want to divulge into the plot too much because it is an arc, and I want to give it my full review in the arc post. So you will see that here soon when it becomes available the 12th. So I'm gonna get back to reading, but I'm enjoying it so far. Alright, I'm 2 hours in and book 1 is done. That was very good. It was not your typical dark romance. The female main character definitely chooses herself in the end, and it's not a happy ending, and it kind of leaves off on a cliffhanger, and I kind of like that. It was kind of refreshing for a dark romance that she chooses herself instead of getting together with the bad guy. So I kind of liked that. It's good. I'm looking forward to book 2 and the rest of the books in the series, so hopefully I will be on the art team for those as well, and be on the lookout for that full review come the 12th of November. So now I'm going to move on to my next book, which is Shallow River, and I'm about like 10 or 12 chapters in with that one already, so let's go with that one. Alright, I made a pretty good dent in Shallow River. I think I'm on page 196. Don't mind Pumpkin snoring. She's already out for the night. But I'm about 4 hours in, and I'm starting to get very sleepy. It is 2:19, so I'm going to take a break and sleep for a little bit. So I will see you all in the AM. Hey guys, it is the AM. It's about 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna start getting ready. Even though we're gonna be reading most of the day, I'm gonna listen to my audiobook. It is The Texas Murders by James Patterson while I get ready and get set up for reading the rest of the day. So let's go. Okay, so I've been listening to my audiobook and getting some stuff done around the house. As you can see, we're setting up for Christmas already. We are definitely in November 1st. It's Christmas already, family. I'm 55% of the way through my audiobook now, so I'm going to stop there for right now until I get tired of reading my physical book. I'm gonna switch back to Shallow River, not Shadow River, for a while and read that. So Pumpkin and I are set up on the couch in a cozy blanket. The fireplace is on, and we are gonna start the physical book now. So let's go. have about 14 hours left of the challenge, so I'm gonna move on to a lighter romance. I'm gonna start my Nicholas Sparks book. So let's get to going with that. I'm still probably going to read in the living room with the fireplace and some ambiance going on, but I'll check in next time. I just finished Nights in Rodaith, and I have about a little under 10 hours left, I think almost 9 hours left of the challenge, and I'm gonna start Man in the Smoke. It's a thriller, and we just started watching some basketball, so I'm gonna start that one now. This was really good. It's only 212 pages, so it only took me a couple hours. It was a very fast-paced read. Again, it made me cry, just like all his other books do. But it was a very refreshing read. It was very, very good. So, on to the next one. Okay, I'm about 94 pages into The Man Made of Smoke, and I think I'm gonna switch into something a little lighthearted more for tonight because it's getting a little creepy. So I'm not really a thriller reader at night. I'm more of a thriller reader during the day type of girl. So I'm gonna switch to my Kindle and read something on there. I'll probably read my book club book for this month, or maybe start one of my November TBRs. So I'll let you know once I start that one, but I have a little under, it's almost to the 7-hour mark, and this is my 4th book, so we're about to start a 5th book. So let's go. I got to page 129. I'm starting to get really sleepy, so I'm going to bed, and I will see you all in the AM to finish the last 6 hours we have. Good night. Good morning. We are starting the timer again. I'm gonna start getting ready. I do have a couple places to be today, so I won't be reading as much today, but we're starting the timer and we have a little bit over 6 hours left. So I'm going to start first getting ready and listening to my audiobook. So let's go. Alright, all my errands are done for the day and we are at Cody's for the rest of the weekend. So we have about 5 hours and 44 minutes left of the challenge, and I'm going to start reading The Man in the Smoke to start off the rest of the hours while watching some football. So let's go. switching my books and I'm going to my audiobook while I get dinner ready for the boys because they are working on a new shed out in the back for a woodworking studio, I guess is what it's going to be. So they are working on that all day, so I'm going to start dinner and get that ready. Camden. Hi, buddy. Camden. Camden. Alright, I finished the challenge around 10 o'clock last night and I enjoyed reading all those books. I read about 5 books almost. I have about less than 100 pages left of The Man in the Smoke and I'm probably going to finish it today, but I will be back with an overall summary of every book here in a couple of slides, so I will see you in that. Hey y'all, it is the next couple of days. I'm gonna go over an overall summary of the reading challenge. So in total, I read over 1,000 pages. I think it was 1,092 pages, and then 22% of listening time. The audiobook that I listened to for that 22% was The Texas Murders by James Patterson. I still haven't finished it yet. I'm almost done. I was actually listening to it this morning while getting ready, and I think I'm about at like 80% or something like that, and I know I finished the challenge with it in the 60s%, somewhere in there. So I'm getting really to the climax part of it. I really do like anything by James Patterson. He is a very good writer. So I'm not shocked that I did like that book, and it's so good. I just needed something to listen to that was going to be fast and quick and something easy to keep my mind keeping up with everything. So sorry, it's snowing right now and it's literally November, like the second week of November, and I live in Kentucky. Like, that's not common. It's so weird. Like, I moved south for a reason and this is not okay. Okay, now onto the books. The first one that I finished was on my Kindle, and it was it's a series. It's called Sins of Sigma Caged by Summer Roberts. It was an ARC I got from Hawthorne and Asher, I believe. This is the second book I've read from Summer Roberts, and she's very good at writing dark romance. This is a cover, if you can see that. She's very good at dark romance. This one was a very, very dark, so before you go and read this, definitely read your triggers for sure. This one, the main character, the male main character, is very dark. He is very narcissistic. He does not have any redeeming qualities whatsoever, and I don't see where she can go in the next parts of the series to make him redeemable. Like, I'm not sure how she can make the second and I think there's gonna be 3 books in this one. I don't see where she can steer the ship to make him a redeemable character, but we'll see. I did really love the female characters, Gabby and Monroe. Monroe was kidnapped by said male character and was missing, and so her best friend Gabby was trying to find her, and Gabby is literally best friend goals. She is ride or die for Monroe, and literally everyone needs a Gabby in their life. I loved their relationship. It was perfect. I wish I had a Gabby in my life, literally. I do have best friends, but I hope somebody would do that for me. Like my best friend would do that for me if I went missing, which you know who you are. You better do that. So, but I also like the setting of it. It was in Greek life, so it was secret societies within the Greek life at a college, so that was also very cool. But I give this one a 4 out of 5 stars, and then you can definitely see the full review that I give it when it comes out on November 12th. So that will be posted on all my socials. So that is the first book I finished. Okay, the second book that I finished was Shallow River by H.G. Carlton. This one was heavy. I thought Cage was heavy. This one hit heavier. It came in with Pack a Punch. So when you thought you needed to read your triggers on that one, you really need to read your triggers on this one. So I feel like that's all of H.G. Carlton's books, though. You really have to read your triggers on. This one definitely deals with domestic abuse very heavily, and it gets very detailed in some of those scenes. So I can see where some people would not want to read this at all and have to take breaks or just not even pick it up. 100% okay. I hated the mailman character. Hated Ryan. Loved Mako, or Mako, however you want to pronounce his name. Loved him. I kind of knew at the very beginning that that's who it was dancing with her as soon as like that dinner scene happened when his brother was introduced, that was gonna be Mako. So that was kind of so easy to figure out that like at the end then when we found out like, oh, that's not a surprise, that's not a shocker, like of course, which I kind of didn't like, but it's okay. I get those with thrillers and mysteries too, where I can definitely pick up on the hints and everything, so I wasn't shocked with that. Ryan definitely got what was coming to him, and I don't feel bad at all. I enjoyed those chapters very much. I just wish it would have happened sooner, because she definitely deserved her happy ending and her revenge 100%. So the one chapter that was really weird was her and Allison. Like that was just really weird. I feel like that could have you could just skip that little 3 pages or whatever it was. Like that just didn't need to be in there. That was just odd. Yeah, I have no words on that. But yeah, overall really good. I give this a 4 out of 5. It was hard to read some of the stuff, but otherwise just check your triggers before you pick it up. So that was the second book I finished. The third book I finished was a Nicholas Sparks romance, which was very refreshing after those 2 really dark romances. Was a little fluff and snuff romance. I needed this as a little palate cleanser, and I finished it in one sitting. It literally took me, I think, 2.5 hours to finish this. It was 212 pages, I think. Yeah, 212 pages, so it's very easy read. It's very cute, it's heartfelt, it's so sweet. I didn't really cry, so that was really odd, because normally I sob at Nicholas Sparks romances, so that was a little interesting. This one didn't really make me sob, so if you're not looking to sob but do like his writing, this is the one for you. But it's very bittersweet, and I like it. I really liked it. It was a mom and a daughter, and they were literally having a conversation at the dinner table about romance and losing a loved one that they loved, or losing their one true love, because the daughter lost her husband and was saying all this stuff and everything, like, oh, mommy, you don't understand, like, you never lost the love of your life, and like, you and dad divorced, and like, you chose that, like, you never lost the love of your life. Well, she didn't know stuff about her mom, so her mom sits her down and has this conversation with her about a trip that she took to help one of her friends, where her friend owns a bed and breakfast, and she does meet her one true love while watching this bed and breakfast for her friend. And she does end up losing her one true love in a couple years after watching this bed and breakfast. And so she does have that aspect and does know that feeling. And I feel like that conversation, it just blossomed, and then the daughter knew. And it just reminds you that you don't know what people's past are or what they're going through currently, so you can't judge a book by its cover. So it's just a reminder of that. So it was really refreshing, and I just love Nicholas Sparks' romance, and I needed this. So 5 out of 5. It was very good. Okay, I did not finish this book during the challenge, but I did finish it the next day because I only had like, I think 50 pages when I stopped the challenge. And it's The Man Made of Smoke by Alex North. It is a thriller. This one had me a little creeped out, especially at night when I was reading this, so I had to switch to something different when I was reading at night. But it was really good. Like, it had me guessing, it had me questioning things. I didn't know who it was gonna be or what was gonna happen at the end, but it was very good. So this guy, I forgot his name already, Dan, he witnesses a crime as a child and is at this rest area when he was like 12, I believe. And it's a child that's been kidnapped, and a guy and the kidnapper that he witnesses at this rest area, but he does nothing about. And so does, I think, about like 5 other people. And so his dad's also a retired cop, or a cop at this point as well, so he witnesses it too, but they don't do anything. So this child ultimately dies along with these 5 other children that this serial kidnapper has killed and kidnapped. Well, then they find this kidnapper. He has ultimately died. He's had a heart attack at this park, and then they write a story about it, and he fixates on this story. And why they made the book of this kidnapper, The Man Made of Smoke, as well, is weird, but go view, I guess. And so then his dad, when he retires from doing a cop, he can't forget about this, what happened. So he starts looking back into the case. And so while he's retired, he doesn't talk to his son about this. His son kind of just forgets about it and goes on with his life, goes off to college and becomes a what's the word? He like profiles people, and he helps the police, and then he also does like therapy sessions in prison with like killers and other people that have done bad things. So him and his dad don't really talk. So his son has no idea that he's been looking into this case again, and has actually found that the people that didn't help this little boy in this rest area are becoming missing again, or becoming missing, and are turning up actually dead. And so it goes off on that, and then his dad ends up being missing. He gets a call from the police station back home. His dad ends up being missing. So then he has to come back home, and then his dad pretty much leaves him clues to this open case that he's following of back when he was 12, that he didn't help this little boy. So who's really kidnapping these people that didn't help this little boy back then? And it's a whole world that you have to just read the book to find out, because it's very, very interesting, and I don't want to give a lot of it away, but it's very good. It's very good. It had me guessing until the last very page. Like, was this little boy, did he actually die? Is he still alive? Like, who is doing this? Like, it was so good. And I think I will definitely be reading more of Alex North's books, because he does a very good job with thrillers and keeping you guessing. So I give this one a 4 out of 5. So, and I'm very glad that I finished it and didn't leave it hanging for a couple extra weeks, because reading for 24 hours is a lot, guys. It's a lot. And then the Kindle book that I started at night when I couldn't read Man in the Smoke, or The Man Made of Smoke, because it was getting a little too creepy at night, was Leave Me Behind. It is my book club's pick for this month. It is a dark romance, of course, and it's based off of, or I guess it's based in like a soldier that is, how do I explain this in like a good way? She's a soldier recruit that there's another section of like the army, I guess, that's where they're the bad people, I guess. Like, they take these killers, I guess, or the bad people that can't go, that do bad things, and they make them into army people. So they have a whole another section of army that's the public doesn't know, or like the other army people don't know about. And it's called, I believe, Malcolm is what she's a part of, but she used to be a part of Riot. And she was on a mission, and her whole Riot squad was killed. And that included her old lover. And so now she has moved to Malcolm, which is a different one. And so now she's a part of this new squad, and she has gotten involved with her her above leader, which also happens to be brothers in that squad too. So I haven't gone very far into it. I think I'm on page 215. I think it's over 400 or 500 pages. So not too far in it, but I do really like it. It's very apocalyptical, kind of a little bit Hunger Gamesy, Divergenty. That's a really good one to compare it to, except it doesn't have like the factions. So yeah, it's really good. I like it. So I'm interested to see where it goes. The main character is definitely very morally gray and does some questionable things, but he's not as morally gray and crazy as the last 2 books we just talked about. So that's the one good thing. So, and she's just equally as morally gray. So we love that. You don't see that very often, when both characters are morally gray, especially the girl. So yeah. But those are all the books that I read besides The Texas Murders, which was an audiobook. So that is the summary of what I did for the 24-hour reading challenge. I love doing this. I think I'm going to do it way more often, maybe once a month. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!